I remember you said something that really inspired me. It was when you were starting Cup of Tea, you didn't tell anyone. You like, from what you told me, and I still remember this, you just wheeled yourself into your room. Like you literally just wheeled in your room. And in my head, I have the image of like your wheelchair moving into the room. And then you said, yeah, I just stayed there for like 6 or 7 months, didn't tell anyone, came out with a tea company.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's just like the spirit, like would you say, is it a stubbornness or is it like
100%. I'm so stubborn. Like, and that stubbornness is because I didn't really tell, like I told maybe like a couple, like 2 or 3, maybe my closest girls, like 3 or 4, but I didn't want to tell like the world because, or like say, oh, a lot of branding now these days, you show your entire process and whatever. I did not want any of that because I didn't want anyone else's opinions. I didn't want anyone to get in my head because I was like, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. And I have a vision for it. And I don't want anything to get in the way of that. And I think, again, in trusting myself, I knew that it was something so out of left field for people. Like, who dreams of having a tea business?
Yeah.
No one. Literally, you don't, when you're 7 years old, you're like, I want to be a firefighter. You don't, like, I want to own a tea business one day. Like, that doesn't happen. And so I knew that if I told a lot of people that I'm starting a luxury tea business, they'd be like, huh? Why? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that? I did not want that. I was like, I'm going to grind and I'm going to show up and show people that this is what I've been doing and surprise.
This is a mistake that I often make. And I ever since we had that conversation, I really started to like be much more conscious of it. But like I would tell, for example, like if I started my hat business, I would tell my mom about it. And like, I just wanted like confirmation, but she thought it was a dumb idea because like the same thing, who's going to start a hat company?
Yeah.
But that influenced me in a bit, right? And like
it gets in your head, especially for the people you love. Like I think I told my mom after I had my logo, but by the time I had my logo done, I already had done all the I think with like parents especially, like you really have to come with like a full plan before they can get on board with it. And so like I already knew who I was going to be importing tea from. I knew all of the business logistics, and then I was going to just present her with, and here's the logo for it. Oh, and also I've done all the work already to get that here. So just be prepared for stuff to show up at our house very shortly. And I need the garage space things. But yeah, I came to her at that specific time, and I wanted her approval of my logo because my mom has such an artistic eye. She's the one who helped me decorate this place. Like she's a very artistic.
This is a great place.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll take like a quick little video after, so like in the intro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's very good at interior design. She's very good at anything that making things look beautiful. So I felt really confident in my logo, and so showing that to her was a huge step for me in that process because I'm like, wow, like I worked so hard, and I really, we always take our parents' approval, and when she said she loved it and was on board with it, I was like, okay, I'm doing something right.
It's something about like particularly a mother's approval.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me too, it's like I want to tell my mom things, but it's like I also taking the lessons like maybe it's not the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the time. But what I really like about that is it shows that you weren't seeking like the cheap dopamine hit of telling people you started the business. Mm-hmm. You just wanted to go and get into the work, because I think I know for myself sometimes I tell me, hey, I'm doing this, and this, and I feel good. But then I don't do it, so it's almost, that's the worst part, right? So.
That's another thing too. I didn't want to have anybody like on my ass about it. Like I didn't want people to be like, oh, when is it going? When is it happening? When is it?
So
like,
how's that little tea shop, huh?
No, I was like, I'm going to take my time. I want to do what I want to do in the time frame that I want to do it. And you'll know when I'm just about to launch.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a big lesson.
Move in silence.
That's definitely going to be a short form content right there. I like that. Mm-hmm.